So how did you end up at Sue's? Like, what was your introduction?
Okay,
to
so I
Sue's?
started working at Playhouse in the Bronx. Okay, so Playhouse was in the Bronx. It was in the hood. It was a money maker. We had Tuesday nights, which was like our best nights. Mayor Giuliani came into office, and he put that law like you had to be a certain amount of feet away from a school, residence, a church, or anything like that. Playhouse was underneath apartment buildings. So we were 0 feet. So we broke, like, they were going to shut us down because we were 0 feet from residence. So I always heard about Sue's Rendezvous. Sue's Rendezvous was 2 clubs. It was Sue's Rendezvous 1 and Sue's Rendezvous 2. And Sue's Rendezvous was known for a lot of Brazilian girls. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go over there and check it out before Playhouse closes. I went over there, checked it out, auditioned, got the job. And it just remained my home since I
So
went
Sue's
for the
is in
first
Mount
time.
Vernon, right?
Sue's was in Mount Vernon. Playhouse was in the Bronx.
So what type of clientele was at Sue's when you first went there?
It was all white guys. It was mostly white guys and Spanish guys. Hardly any black guys. It was like more white guys. Brazilian, a lot of Brazilian. And it worked for me. I was different. So I was like, okay, this is my house.
So was Tony the owner then?
Tony was the owner. And they had already closed across the street because it was Sue's 1 and Sue's 2. So Sue's 1 was already closed, so he just kept Sue's, the big one, the main one that you went to.
Yes.
So it was that one.
Shout out to Tony Gizzo,
Tony
notorious
Gizzo.
owner of Sue's Rendezvous. Also has the surf club in New Rochelle, correct?
Yes, he still owns the surf club. Tony actually started as a bouncer in Sue's. He didn't own Sue's, somebody else did. He was a bouncer in Sue's, and then he saved his money. He was, a street kid, an Italian street kid, and he saved his money and bought the owner out.
Yes.
So
while I was there, I also met this lovely lady, Corona, who was a Sue's per star as well. Legendary.
Thank you.
And when I say Sue's per stars, let me tell you something. Tuesday nights became legendary because it was Latina night. And every celebrity, every ball player, anyone who was anybody, people would fly in from other states just to come for that one night, right?
Yes, correct.
So that's where I met you.
Anybody who had a game in New York wanted to be in New York on Tuesday night.
Yes.
That was the night to be out in Sue's Rendezvous.
yes.
Yes, it was legendary. I mean, I think I met pretty much every celebrity that I ever wanted to meet pass through those doors one time or the other. Who was the most famous person you guys ever met that came to Sue's that you would think?
Floyd Mayweather?
No.
No? He's
Mark
not the most-
Anthony.
Young Floyd Mayweather, huh?
Mark Anthony.
Mark Anthony?
Mark Anthony did
Anthony
go.
was in Sue's.
Yeah, Mark
Yes.
Anthony was, I don't know. My memory is
That was
bad.
after the Garden concert.
That was,
Mark
and
Anthony.
he was huge back then. Like, Mark Anthony was the Latin,
Yeah, he did
Star
those. I don't know.
back
There's so
then.
many. Wyclef. I mean,
everybody. Jay-Z.
Everybody.
Jay-Z. Everybody else.
Allen
50
Iverson.
before he was famous. 50 used to go
Jadakiss.
there.
He was pretty good.
Fabulous. Fabulous and Jadakiss were quite regulars.
Oh yeah, there was regulars. Jadakiss.
Jim Jones.
Jim was always there.
Stephon Marbury.
Oh,
Yeah,
all the
that was in
basketball-
the
all the
beginning.
basketball.
all the
Everybody
Knicks.
from the Knicks.
That's how it started.
Everybody from the Giants. Anybody that was anybody was in Sue's. And what was cool was, okay, I think I was like the only white girl that worked there.
I think you were.
I was.
thick white girl.
Thick white girl. So it was kind of whatever. Like everything, any type of beautiful woman you wanted, you could come to Sue's. Sue's, they didn't just hire anybody at that time.
No.
They were very particular. You had to have a nice curvy body because I remember when I first moved here, I couldn't get hired in Manhattan. They said I was too fat.
I don't think you had to have a curvy body. I think that Sue's was more about like giving off sex appeal. So, because there were so many slim girls that worked at Sue's that did not have there
you're
wasn't
right.
fake bodies back then, really. Like, people had boob jobs. That was like the
was the
extent
most.
of it, you know? So you could be different and slim and be like the baddest, most beautiful girl in the club. And you were slim, you know?
There
You
was
didn't
pretty much
have to
something
be.
for everyone.
But
there
there was,
yes.
but the face was beautiful,
Yes.
and the sex appeal was there, and you couldn't tell the girl shit. Like, she was like, I'm that
Confident.
bitch, and nobody could tell me different. So there was so many different kind of women. As now, when you go to a strip club, all you see is the same type of
Shape,
girl,
the
same
same
body,
shape, the same body,
look,
the
same
same
hair,
look.
same everything. Back then, it wasn't like that.
No.
It was thin, thick,
Brazilian,
tall,
wavy hair,
little.
short hair, thick girl,
You
skinny
know,
girl.
it was amazing.
Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had beautiful
It's all
Asian
different.
women.
I think Sue's was definitely known for having
was like a
different
melting
type
pot.
of women.
Yeah.
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 All exotic, different type of women.
So China actually became like the face of Sue's. Like China became notorious. Like everybody, kind of anybody that knew China associated her with Sue's. Like anytime I would mention, oh, I work at Sue's. Oh, you know China? That's my girl. China's my girl. China's cool as shit. I love China. So China was like the #1 most popular person at Sue's. Like you were just like you were
I think
Sue's.
'cause it
She was
like
such a
my
social butterfly.
I was a social butterfly.
And you had the #1 position. You were right in that front corner when you walked in.
Oh, when
you
I
were
was
at the front
bartending,
bar.
yes.
You had the key spot at that bar. You got the customers as soon as they walked in the door.
Oh, yeah.
You had like the VIP section of the bar.
Yeah.
They knew if they sat at China's section, they had to spend.
Yeah, because you're not sitting at my bar without spending.
I love.